Hello, and welcome back to my Let's Play of the Seance of the Blake Manor. Last time we have done our first proper investigation of Day 2, investigating the murderous and cannibalistic plans of Mrs. Erickson to kidnap and eat the heart of something Dean, the woman we are searching for. What's her name again? Her name, not Mysteries, Examine of Evelyn Dean. There we go. And now we have, I think we have 7 minutes until breakfast. Probably. Yes, breakfast at 7, at 9. So at 9 we will go there. Until then, I think we will start by examining the second floor and see if we can find anything interesting. Since we only have 7 minutes, I will probably be cautious with what we examine. So Miss Mantovani is in her room. What do we have? Here we have rooms 7 to 12. And if we look at the map, that leads to a fairly long corridor. I think we will maybe start with this corridor and this corridor, and then check the other two. And maybe talk to the druid. We are definitely not spending time waiting. Absolutely. Alright, we know where Mrs. Erickson is. Mr. Skerritt. It sounds like he is in there. Okay. Let's start with the southwest upper corridor. Ladies' bathroom. Mr. O'Finn. Correct, Mr. O'Finn is not there. A portrait of Wall. Okay, we cannot read it. Apparently this is a book we have already read, even though we read it elsewhere. We can snoop through the women's bathroom, as a horrible pervert that we are. But, there we go, sink cabinet. Cleaning items and towels. Nothing of interest for us at the moment. Okay, a full bath, which is a bit surprising. Why would it be full? Towels and toilet paper. Not interesting. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, something is on the floor. In front of Mr. Coventry's bedroom. Mr. Simon Coventry. Did we see who Simon Coventry is? If we look at the culprit. Which one is Coventry? This one. Did we see him? I don't remember. This was Mr. Skerritt. Here he had the red signature on him. Okay. 4, 2, 6. Okay. But let's look into this locket. Oh! ED. Eleanor Dean? A locket with the initials ED inscribed on the front. Evelyn Dean. Evelyn Dean, perhaps. Haha. There is a sigil cut into one side, and I think this is the same sigil as on her trunk, and a small vial of blood on the other. I'm saying on her trunk, but I'm guessing now that it's her trunk, on the trunk that we saw in the lecture, which I guess we will now go check, since we found this. What is this doing here? Room 22. From my notes, that is where Mr. Coventry is staying. Does he have a connection to Miss Dean? I should investigate him further. Okay, maybe we should. And we need to find her bedroom. Erickson, we found something on her. I mean, we already confronted her. Yes, yes. Oh, I guess we need to talk to her. We need to show her Toussaint's notes. Oops, okay. That is important, I suppose. I guess this is a part we haven't done yet. Unoccupied bedroom. West Tower. Okay, let's do the things we found first, which is confronting Erickson and checking the luggage. A vial of blood, and we cannot talk to anyone about it. The anti-Spain sigil inscribed on the locket. And we can discuss the locket itself with Coventry. Okay. But I think we don't know where Coventry is. So, you, woman. Let's talk to you.
Mr. Ward, surely we have nothing left to discuss?
Oh, we do have a bit to discuss. We have notes on Mrs. Erickson. Mr. Toussaint has compiled a veritable archive of Mrs. Erickson, now with a crucial proof that she is a fraud.
Mrs. Erickson, we need to talk.
This had best not be about my personal affairs again. Why don't you do us both a favor, Mr. Ward, and stop interfering? What could you, of all people, possibly have to say to me?
That's not a bad point. Perhaps you'll be more interested in what Mr. Toussaint has to say. Shall we go to your room then? Or would you rather discuss this in the open?
Yes, my room, sir.
So you've read the notes and understand your situation. Whether you face eternal damnation now is a point of debate. You assume that this is linked to this magical nullness you have. You may well be wrong. But if you do this, then you are locking yourself onto that path. And Mr. Toussaint will ensure your remaining days will not be easy. Magic or no.
He's right. I'm a damned fool. I wanted so much to be special. To have what the others have.
He was ready to murder a person and eat her heart. I'm not sure if this pivot is entirely justified.
But now you have taken that hope from me. Maybe you will have saved my soul. But even now, I think I'd pay that price for a taste of that. If he wasn't going to rob my chance to use and appreciate it, I would curse you both if I didn't know there would be no venom in my bite. But he wins. I forsake this ritual. And I forsake this seance. I have no want to see others enjoying what I will never have. I hope they see their ghost and more. So much more.
I'm guessing the seance will go horribly wrong, which is why we want to take as many people out of it as possible. So this is probably a good thing for you.
Now, I would really like to be left alone. I have a lot to think about.
Mrs. Erickson is no longer attending the seance. Using Mr. Toussaint as a safeguard, I have talked Mrs. Erickson down. And the gauge is going down again. But the button still glows. I was right. The gauge decreases as people's plans for the seance change. I'm still unsure of the device's purpose, but my gut says I want this as decreased as possible by the seance. Yay. Okay, we solved her mystery. If this seance has attracted the likes of Mrs. Erickson, then Miss D may be in even more danger than I realized. I was able to make her see sense, but I doubt that's enough to spare her from eternal damnation. She's a fraud, an unrepentant sinner, with no regard for the harm caused by her pursuit of power. How many desperate people has she cheated to get this far? Can she atone for what she has already done? That is, if she even realizes she needs to? Regardless, she is no longer my concern. Okay, we have 5 more minutes. Can we still question you about things? Is I want to know.
Mr.
Hello, Mrs. Erickson. No, don't.
Mr. Varley? Mr. Varley! Mr.
Okay, apparently this is interpreted as a break-in and not, hey, I wanted to talk to you. Okay, as a result of your actions, 32 of the people in the manor survived. There were 37 hours until the sale. Okay. Unfortunate. Listen? Okay, maybe we cannot talk to her anymore. Well, so we know you are not a culprit because you are illiterate. I am decently certain that the black guy is not going to be the culprit because this is a progressive game and they would not make him a murderer, especially if he's like a voodoo or something. Who else do we have? I don't have anyone really left on the who I remember. Is it the same? No, it's a different sigil. Those dots, they're not unlike the symbols from my dream. But then, how would they be connected? Okay. This thing. We need a screwdriver or something. I want to look at his save to, yeah, exactly, to get a lead. I don't have time for this right now. Why do you not have time for this right now? You have 4 minutes. But we got a lead. What is in Vali's save? But how would we get it? And we need to find where he lives. Okay. So, Mr. Coventry. How do we know anything about you and where do you live? Well, actually, no, we know where he lives. We don't know how to get in. We can ring a bell, cloakroom, luggage room, telegraph. No to all of those. I think let's talk to Vali and get his perspective on Coventry.
Mr. Ward, I do hope the earlier commotion with the bird didn't disturb your rest. There is breakfast in the dining hall from 9 a.m., located in the east corridor here, and your fellow guests will be giving talks throughout the day in the drawing room, located in the west corridor.
Oh, that could be interesting to listen.
Is there anything else I can help with?
Yes, let's discuss some evidence. This is curious, but I think let's start with Simon Coventry. Hotel guest. An aging jeweler from how do you pronounce that? Jeweler? An aging jeweler from London, unfamiliar with events of this sort. Then why are you here? Have you spoken much to Mr. Coventry? Some. He makes no effort to hide it. So I feel it's okay to say that he is new to this kind of event. I deposited some books on the matter to his room. I hope they are of use. Okay.
I need nothing.
Sir.
We will leave you be for the moment, and I think go. Let's check the bathroom. A suitably clean washroom. Let's not check the bathroom. Let's talk to the druid. Maybe also to Toussaint. You.
And you're back. What can I do you for?
Discuss evidence. Simon Coventry. Have you met Mr. Coventry? Not yet. I keep missing him. As I am entering a room, he is leaving it. It's almost as if he's a body. Suspicious.
No, I should go.
Only do something if you want.
Okay, let's try talking to Toussaint. Where is he? This is Toussaint. Is he in there? Yes, but we cannot go and talk to him. Annoying. In that case, I guess I will talk to you about Evelyn.
And you're back.
I mean, we can talk to him about him. Do we talk about Dean's room? Sure. Do you know which room Miss Dean was in? Ooh, I don't know how to find my own room in this place. Never mind whoever that is. Oh, get her. Well, that's
No,
annoying.
I should go.
Only do.
In that case, I don't want to have this conversation. Sorry, I'm going to be stingy about this.
And you're back.
Let's talk to you about Evelyn Dean? Yes. Have you met Miss Dean? Although he probably doesn't know anything about her. Yeah. Ooh, I have not met anyone with that name yet. Exactly.
No, I should.
Only do.
Yeah, you are not it, and I should have thought of that as soon as you said that you don't know her from the previous conversation.
And you're.
Let's talk to you about dreams. Have you had any odd dreams since getting here? Strange dreams. Funny you say that. I don't recall the dream, but I woke this morning with both her wanting to stay and I wanted to get the hell out of this place. Sure, how am I meant to do both? I wouldn't say that's a direct match for the dreams Miss Dean and I had. It's close, but not enough.
No, I should.
Only do.
Okay, let's go and talk to Vardy. You.
May I be?
Miss Dean's room. You should know it. Which room was Miss Dean assigned when she was staying here? She was in a room... It seems I would need to check my records. She had a southern view. I recall you complaining about the noises new guests arrived. Though why that matters... Though why that matters now that she's gone is beyond me. Okay.
I need nothing else.
Certain.
And it is breakfast time. 9 o'clock. There is an event, breakfast, in the dining room. Let's go. Wait, this is library. This is not where I wanted to go. Certain topics can be researched in the library to uncover further information. Key research topics will always be found on the research desk. The bookshelves can be used to gain supplementary information. Topics can be learned from other characters, evidence, and other research topics. Interesting. Religion. A research desk. This will be useful if I want to look anything up. Bust. Blake history. So much Blake history. Mary Blake and Wilhelmina Blake. I guess these are important topics I need to cover then. We'll get here eventually. Spiritualism, religion, research. Let's have a quick overview and then... Interesting. Biology, geography, northeastern corridor. Irish mythology, world mythology, medicine, flora and fauna, Irish folklore, world history, spiritualism. A mix of guides on spiritual matters, guides for making contact, and a record of supposedly real encounters with the afterlife. Is there anything I want to look up? No. I think I'm good for the time being. Copies of the Bible sit here with core texts of other faiths. It's interesting to see this so openly displayed. Some this would be blasphemous. Is there anything I want to look up? Also no. Not yet. Oh, you have respawned here. Interesting.
Again?
With her issues laid to rest, what is next for her? Maybe... I maybe don't care all that much. Let's ask about Simon Coventry. Have you met Mr. Coventry? Yes, but we didn't speak for long. I came here to talk to my peers, not potential punters. Evelyn Dean? Yes. I don't suppose you've met Miss Dean. Only this week, but her reputation precedes her. Did you know, Mr. Ward, that certain animals have brightly colored patterns to warn off other creatures? That's what they're saying these days. It's too bad Miss Dean is not a frog. Maybe it would stop the likes of Mr. O'Meara from chasing after her tail. He was. Mr. Wood, the poor boy asked her to marry him. She said no, of course, and so publicly too. What's a wolf to do with a life-sick puppy? A wolf, then, not a frog? No, I said she should be a frog. Presently, she's just a harlot. Strong opinions. Are you interested in Cathal O'Meara yourself? Miss Dean's room. Do you know which room Miss Dean was staying in? No, I've been trying to find her for a few days. She's a slippery one. If you find her or her room, do let me know.
I won't bother you anymore.
Goodbye now.
Yeah, we know your plans for her, so we will not be sharing much with you. West corridor, so this is east corridor then. The southeast corridor. Are you east corridor? Northeast corridor. Let me check the map. Where is dining room? There is a guy here. First floor? No. Basement unknown. I guess let's take a look at whoever that is. Atrium, library. Dining, this way. There we go. Staff only. Curious. It contains bed linens and towels mostly. Maybe not that curious. Okay, no, this is where we are supposed to go. Breakfast is served from 9 AM to 10 AM. Lunch from 1 PM to 2 PM. Dinner on Saturday is from 7 PM to 8 PM. Dinner on Sunday is a silent dinner from 8 PM to 9 PM. Admittance to meals is closed on the half hour. Okay, so don't be late. Hello, Mr. Doyle.
Hello again, sir. You here for the meal?
Yes.
Certainly, sir. Let me show you to your seat.
Mystery unlocked, Seamus Doyle. Interesting.
If you're looking for a seat, you're welcome to join us. I'm sure my companion here won't mind.
Why not? I'm being educated on the specifics of tomorrow evening's seance, and why, apparently, it's so impressive.
Are you also from the Golden Dawn? Join for 21 minutes.
Declan Ward. Pleased to meet you both.
Allow me to introduce Mrs. Olivia Darcy, and I am Lloyd Dupre.
Would you believe that he's somewhat of an expert on all things related to death?
She means I am an undertaker.
More than that, evidently. We were just talking about this grand seance, and I'm trying to understand what it is that makes it so grand. All seances are used to speak to ghosts. Is that not the entire point of them? So, wherein lies the distinction? Surely, if Miss Mantovani has held a seance before, then she has also made a ghost talk before.
No, though I understand the confusion. We have gotten close to that feat, parallel to it, but direct communication has not been achieved. Seances are used to invite a ghost to communicate, and to provide a means for them to do so. In the most successful cases, the spirit speaks through the medium themselves. But those cases are debunked at worst, and uncorroborated at best. There is no way to prove beyond doubt that the medium did not make it up.
Oh, so you haven't actually made a ghost talk before, and you have never achieved the successful seance. Cool. Nice of you to openly admit it.
Now, in any records of direct sightings, and this is true of my own encounters, the ghosts do not cannot speak for themselves. Miss Montavani intends to...
Oh dear, I've made a right hames of this. Don't fret, nothing's broke.
Oh, do you need help, Mrs. Joyce?
Oh no, sir, thank you. I managed to drop it. I can manage to pick it back up, I'm sure.
Sure, let's steal the key number 13. Yoink, mine.
What a ruckus.
That poor woman. Anyway, where was I? Yes. The hope is that Miss Montavani, with the right time, place, and people around her, will cut out the middleman, or middlewoman in this case, and have the spirit speak for itself.
Is that really possible?
That is another modern affectation that putting middleman as a gendered thing.
Tomorrow night, the veil between worlds will be at its thinnest, and it's especially thin here, in this part of the country. Then, the hotel. It's not without its storied history. Plenty of uncrossed souls in these walls.
Here in the Vale, at this time of night, and this part of the country, localized entirely within this man.
That, of course, is where the danger lies.
Danger?
Spirits aren't to be trifled with. That gets forgotten sometimes.
Ask about danger.
Do you think we'll be in danger attending the seance?
I am putting my trust in Miss Montavani. I don't believe she'll lead us wrong. We'll be fine, I think. So long as no one disturbs her workings.
Perhaps I'll stand farther back from the proceedings than I initially planned. But I don't think I'm done with my questions, Mr. Dupre. I want to know more about your practice. After breakfast, would you join me for some air out front?
It would be my pleasure.
But I could have sworn I'd left my key here. Maybe I dropped it.
Yes, you did. Right into my pocket.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dupre. We will have to postpone that conversation. Once we're finished here, I'll need to go to reception and ask whether anyone has turned in my key.
Of course, madam. I'll be in the courtyard, should you find time to join me.
I wonder what the choice to steal her key affects, and if we messed something up. Okay, so presently she is going to be in the lobby.
Sorry, sir. Would you mind waiting until we had the... Sorry, sir.
Okay, we cannot go in. Why is this crooked? A painting of a stag. It is set askew. Right, but why? I mean, that's odd, right? And I'm trained by video games to be suspicious of paintings, so... Stables. The stables open at 10 AM. Okay, maybe somewhere to visit. Could be interesting. We have towers. It's locked and hasn't been opened in a while. I suspect there is nothing I need from here. Okay. I guess in the absence of knowledge of where Mr. Coventry is, I might go and maybe first profile her and then... I'm not sure what's then. And then probably check her, since we have access to it. Bust of Beatrix Blake, 1657-1703. So, oh, we can eavesdrop.
Yes, madam.
I seem to have misplaced my room key.
I see. Let us see what we can do about that for you. Now, where has that spare key gotten to?
Okay, not terribly interesting as far as conversations go. Let's analyze you. So, she is another Rosicrucian. An intricate brooch, perhaps representing something, and less dainty than one would expect such a lady to wear. What do you mean, representing something? We have seen a very similar brooch on the other woman. Disdain. She doesn't seem impressed with something. The event, the attendees, or me perhaps, and she is fiercely clutching her purse. Okay, never mind, that's not what we are focusing on. Tan line. Evidence of a ring, worn for a long time and since removed.
Mr. Ward, you've come back to me.
Yes, I have. Let's discuss Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn with you. What can you tell me about the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn? Oh, well, Mr. Ward, I'm not sure I should say anything at all. I wouldn't want to betray that trust in me, you understand? Okay, well, gee, thanks for everything. Let's discuss Simon Coventry. Have you spoken with Mr. Coventry? I didn't find him all that interesting until I learned he was a jeweler. That piqued my interest. I have arranged to go see him when all this is over. I have a number of men's items to pass on. Are you a widow? About yourself? Tell me about yourself, Mrs. Darcy. Well now, have I not made introductions? Or is this an attempt to charm me? Let's see. My name is Olivia Darcy, as you know, and I am visiting from London. Moreover, I am sorely missing the city. It is very clean here. Quiet too. I'm going to appreciate the city so much more when I get home. You are really not giving me much information, unfortunately. Have you had strange dreams? I've had the most peculiar dreams since coming here. Really? Please, do tell me more about your half-remembered slumbers. Honestly, Mr. Ward, there are so many real and tangible things happening here, and you want to discuss dreams. Okay, you're horrible. Landline? Have you recently removed a ring, Mrs. Darcy? I may, or I may not have. In either case, it's none of your concern. Do you know Miss Dean? Have you ever met Miss Dean? Miss Dean is... Oh, her. I know of her, but I can't say I know her personally. But she did make herself known the other day, arguing with Miss Quinn outside my door. I might have minded more, but honestly, it was quite the story. Who is Miss Quinn? Do we ask her about the timetable? I don't think I give a shit. Feels like she wouldn't know about the room. What can you tell me about Cathal O'Meara? Have you spoken to Mr. O'Meara? A little. Good God, have you ever seen a boy look more like he's stepped out of a painting? He's practically cherubic. I hope, for his sake, he never follows the trend of all this and goes to London. Oh, he may not agree, but I'm sure they would eat him alive.
That was all.
Good day.
Okay, well, let's go and examine her room then. Actually, another thing we could do is... So this is south. So it has to be 15 or 21. And... Darcy is in which room? Here. Then I feel like 15 would be more probable. But we will get to that. Another Blake. Bust of Thomas Blake, 1758, 1813. 16. Strange marks on a wall, in the pattern of a sigil. Is there a room missing? This feels like there is a room missing. The door to room 15 appears to be missing? The markings on the wall look similar to those in my dream, but without a pattern. How would I ever go about finding such a thing? Whatever has caused this to vanish? Might this have been Miss Dean's room? Following leads will help you progress and solve mystery. Reviewing the mystery map can help you remember what you have and haven't already investigated. Further clues can be revealed by discussing evidence with other characters. The info panel on the right can show you who you can discuss a specific piece of evidence with. Okay. So, sigils. Ah, there they are. I feel like the... Would any of these be relevant? Yeah, we can use them. So... Does it look... It doesn't look similar to the sigil in her locket. It maybe looks similar to this one. Yeah, yes, I think. Maybe not. Can we use it? Okay, now if we do this, we are screwed. No, it's gone. So, I mean, I guess this is... We just do it because it doesn't... we don't know if it would be parallel lights anywhere. Yeah. Okay, so we don't need extra time to use it anymore. What would we do here? Is any of this relevant? I guess none of these match. Let's see if we can maybe solve it without having knowledge of a cave. Though hopefully that isn't any kind of evil brute forcing that we are doing ahead of time. So, from what I remember of my grad theory, we need to start on a node that has the odd number of connections. Because if we start on even, it cannot be a start or the end. So you cannot be a start, but everyone else can be a start. So okay. But that is kind of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I think this should be the start and this should be the end. Probably. So let's try... come on, do a diagonal. There we go. There is a diagonal. There we go. One done. We can leave that for later. No, this is bad. This is bad because now this node is a dead end. Come on. There we go. that did not work. Try like this. That would be one node covered. You have an exit. This doesn't look right at all. Yeah, but now we are at a dead end. You are a problem. Maybe there is something else we need to know. Maybe... Okay. Maybe we will leave this. This feels like it is maybe unsolvable. At the moment. Closet. More closets. Cleaning supplies. Used as a storage space for picture frames and other decoration. A largely unused storage closet. And this leads to... this is to the other corridor. Okay, well, let's go check Mrs. Darcy's room. 13. Or spiritualism. The information within seems targeted to the inexperienced. Well, maybe she is not much into magic then. Which is surprising, I suppose. Okay. This is clothes. And a set of shoes. A dress. The shoes seem to be of a medium size. Okay, interesting to note that this is something we recorded. Do we care about people's shoe sizes? Should I have recorded the shoe size for Ericsson? Although I suppose she is almost certainly not a culprit. Huh. Okay. Doyle. And Offin. We probably should ask him about his staff. Not like that. Okay, we have a diary. Schedule. Mrs. Darcy's schedule for this weekend. I have noted her movements in my timetable. Yay. Walled garden. Who cares, I guess. A cross. Just a cross. And I guess we have noted her religion. So we need to talk about the doorway. She is Protestant. Curious what things are being included in the suspect list. So many letters. Vanity books. Which we, I guess, don't care about. Those blasted dreams of home. I don't want to go home. Not after what happened. I want a new life. There is a loose page slipped in here. A medical certificate showing Mrs. Darcy was bedbound for some time in the autumn of last year with a cold. The note listed it as a medical code U033, whatever that means. Something to investigate, I guess. And we wasted time reading it again. Rather racy letters to Mrs. Darcy's husband, but they don't seem to be written by Mrs. Darcy herself. Does that writing look familiar? Is it written by Evelyn? Okay. Are there any similarities between these letters? Oh, Evelyn was cheating with her husband. That's curious. The handwriting matches. It seems Miss Dean is the author of these letters to Mr. Darcy. So, Miss Darcy has a connection with Miss Dean, one with an inbuilt motive. This is concerning. This is very concerning. And also, it seems like our client's success. Okay, nightstand, stack of books, some novels, a few bookmarked partway through. Information on Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. It seems rather rudimentary reading for a fully fledged member. I get the feeling the Order is not sending their best to this place. This book appears to have been read many times. Thanks. What stunning information you share with me. A vial of poison. Why on earth does Mrs. Darcy have a bottle of thallium? Aha. How curious. She has a half-used vial of poison in her room. I am going to make a wild speculation that the poison was used for, like, an abortion or something. This is an absolute leap of logic. I don't have any justification for it, but this is what I'm going to make a guess. I don't think we have anyone on a record who would be a doctor, so I think lost places. I wonder if this contains an entry for Blake Manor. Okay, well, care to read and tell me? I think let's hit the library and check medicine books for poison facts. Oh. Well, would you look at that? What is this? Another pattern like in a dream. And this is a sigil. Aha! And this is how we can learn how to solve it. There we go. So not all edges were real edges. I see. Yep, that makes it solvable. Now it is easy. There is a door hidden behind this wall. Am I still dreaming? I've healed. A sigil that reveals doors hidden behind illusionary walls. What a thing to find. The air is rotted here. This is an unholy place. Well. These look like bones. This skull, it appears to be human. Is this Lady Blake? Another sigil, but we have seen this one. Was that a... No, it couldn't have been. My eyes are deceiving me. A hallucination caused by gas or mold in the air, perhaps. But then, how can I explain these flames? Walled up lovers. Not this one. Not this one. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. This is not solvable, I think. I don't think this is solvable. Um, hmm. I mean, let's try, I guess. Okay, maybe I'm just wrong, and this is, yeah, this is trivially solvable. I'm not sure what was wrong with me. What is... Oomph. What in God's name was that? Manacles? My handacles? That hole wasn't there before. The fuck? What have we stumbled into? Another sigil back here. Somebody must have sealed off this passage, the passage to this area sometime after Percival walled it up. Okay, come on. We have already solved this sigil. You don't need to make me do it twice. That makes it a bit boring, if you ask me. And there will be a third time, because we need to also do it for Evelyn Dean. This space is even worse than the first one. Another skeleton in pieces. Is this what you wanted me to find? And I guess we picked it up. Do we bring it back then? What do you mean evidence meets Dean's bedroom walled up lovers? A young couple walled up to punish their love. Is this directly related? I feel like maybe it's not. But sure. Place the remains. Hello? I guess we saved their souls? Question mark? Percival damned them to an eternity of torment. For what? Who the fuck is Percival? He knew their screams would go unheard. I pray they find the peace they deserve. May God have mercy on their souls. Who's Percival? How do we know he's responsible? How long were they trapped here? How long can a soul linger? And why? I wonder. Ebon. No, best not dwell on it. Okay. It is now 10 a.m. With it being 10 a.m., so nothing is really happening around here. We don't have an event currently. So yeah. When are there talks? When did they say there are talks? The talks were at 11? Why am I misremembering? Shit. I think we should just go to the board out front. The staff area is locked off. Right, we can enter the stables, which I guess is interesting. And it's something we'll maybe leave for later. Let's go and see the talks board. Oh, we have another person out here. We'll get around to you. I have other leads I want to pursue at the moment. This. Talks held daily in the drawing room. Information in the talks to be posted outside the room. Okay, let's go.
This area is...
Yeah. Screw you. Valley. Let's go check the drawing room to get scheduled there before we continue. Dining room, gardens, bathhouse. Where is the drawing room? I mean, it has to be here somewhere, I think, right? Maybe if we check, I don't know, the stables, East Tower, atrium, dining room, gardens, bathhouse, toilet, bathhouse, dining room, atrium, library. We do want to visit library, the bar, the supply closet. The hell was that? A locked oak door. I don't think it sees much use. From my memory of the outside, I suspect this leads to the Blake private residence. We can randomly check this supply closet. Oh, seemingly no reason. A bloodied stone cross. A key that I very much want. Rust stone cross. Those reddish stains are rust? At least I pray they are. Otherwise I'd need to ask why it's lying amidst the housekeeper's effects. I am stealing the small brass key. It should open any of the bedrooms leading off the atrium. Okay, sweet. I can use this to open Mrs. Erickson's, Miss Barbossa's, Mr. Toussaint's, Miss Mantovani's, and Mr. Skerry's rooms. Hell yeah. Good. What a good find. Toys. Great. Wheelchair. A note that reads, "Where did I leave that damn Bible?" Then a follow-up note. Of course, I left it handy for a mass on Sunday. Some toys, presumably Walter's. Lettuce blocks, a pull-string dog, and an encyclopedia of undead creatures with vampires. What an odd thing to have. Yeah. And tonight we have a masked ball, so we should probably try and learn more about the guests. Bathhouse. Another green book. Gardens, northern basement. Okay. Where the hell is that drawing room? Where are we? Where are we? Atrium? Oh. L. Okay. Leviticus 20:27.
Please. You think this is the first time I have had scripture nailed to my door? And Leviticus 20:27? This is not even original. I think I know did this. I will have to talk with her. But for now, I need a moment to sit.
Okay. Easy coughing. Yeah, and this is of course very... Oh, look What could she be talking about? And what does that Bible verse mean? Clearly someone in this hotel has bad blood with Miss Mantovani. She thinks it's a woman. Could it even be Miss Dean? And that knife. Something tells me they're not likely to stop at threats. Yeah, this is cool and all, but where the hell is the drawing room? There we go. Drawing room. There we go. 11 a.m. The history of Blake Manor, Marquez Blake. 3 p.m. The other crowd, Miss Callahan. 5 p.m. What we know of ghosts, Miss Mantovani. On Sunday, Catholic Mass hosted by Father Synod. Protestant service at 11 a.m. in the church, so I guess we will try to visit both. 3 p.m. Irish Mythology by Dr. Callahan, and 5 p.m. History of the Region by Mr. Coventry. Doors to talk will close at 10 minutes past the hour. So I guess this will take quite a bit of our time. Okay. Let's get back on track. And by back on track, I mean we are visiting the library to get the medical information. And after that, we are going to... After that, we're going to end the episode. And after that, we are going to check the sigiled door. Medical codes, there we go. Is there anything I want to look up? Look up Mrs. Darcy's medical code. It says here this code is used to indicate spontaneous abortion, or miscarriage in common parlance. I think I might be right about the poison's use. It seems that the condition being listed as bad cold is a euphemism. In that case, let's check Mary Blake. Mention on Mary Blake. Read on. After her marriage to Jonathan Blake, the Marquess of Doon, in 1881, she gained the title of Marchioness. Marchioness Blake established the Blake Foundation in 1890. Through the foundation, the Marchioness constructed and funded several orphanages, ragged schools, and widows' almshouses in impoverished rural towns and villages across Connacht. The Marchioness committed much of the Blake fortunes to the foundation and organized fundraising events across Ireland and Great Britain. She spent her free time teaching English in one of the foundation's local schools and privately funded the university education of over 40 pupils. Marchioness Blake took up a position of philanthropist and charity worker, acting as a pillar of her community and the very image of a God-fearing woman, until her death in 1894. Odd that they never mentioned her son? Wilhelmina Blake. I don't remember who that is. Wilhelmina August Blake was born in 1788 to Thomas Blake, the 6th Marchioness of Doon. She disappeared without a trace on the night of October 29, 1828. She had a passion for music from an early age and was often called upon to entertain her father's guests with the piano recitals in the drawing room. In the months leading to her disappearance, she developed a keen interest in Egyptology after her uncle, Lord Barnard Blake, gifted her an ancient vase he recovered during an expedition in Giza. The vase disappeared on the same night as Lady Blake. Her father experienced episodes of melancholy in his later years and would roam the grounds searching for his daughter, adamant that she had never left Blake Manor. Her whereabouts and fate remain unknown. Okay, so we can form a hypothesis about Olivia Darcy. Yes, we do know quite a bit about her. Olivia Darcy's goal is to murder Miss Dean as a revenge for the affair that occurred while she miscarried. What if... I know what happened here.
Mrs. Darcy wants to murder Miss Dean. I should find and confront her about this.
Fucking everyone wants to murder Miss Dean, apparently. Jesus Christ, what a woman. How do you make so many enemies? Across the world, no less. It was here. I want to do this sigil while it's still fresh in my memory, so I do not forget it for the next time. Yeah, I guess the clue was that there is no up-leading mark on this door. That is probably how I should have figured out what goes on with it. Although there is a center LED mark in that one, so these are not reliable. I don't... How is this possible? What is this place? Whatever black magic caused this, somebody went through a lot of trouble to mask Miss Dean's room. And we will... Let's just go and confront her, so I don't leave this for the future and risk forgetting it. You.
Mr. Ward, you come back to me.
Your goal is to murder Miss Dean as revenge for the affair that occurred while you miscarried.
What a dark horse you are, Mr. Ward. But for what purpose? Why go to all this trouble? Would you mock me?
Oh, is this a clue that she's not actually a member of the Hermetic Dawn and she's just bullshitting me? That's why all her literature is for novices?
Or do you mean something worthwhile by it? I confess. I killed my husband. I did. It seemed to me there was nothing else I could do.
Okay, you did not have to confess murder to me.
Everything he put me through. I saw nothing but red until he was cold in the ground. And then I thought, it wasn't only him who wronged me. There was the woman, too, who had caught his attention. She must have known. Our Evelyn Dean. So yes, I came here under his name, intent on finding her. To this forsaken backwater on the west coast of nowhere. To do something terrible to her. But now... Well, now I don't think I wish as much vengeance as I thought. But since I've been here... I didn't really believe in ghosts and magic before all this, you know. But I'll tell you this. I do now. My husband is haunting me. I don't want vengeance, but I do want to be rid of him. And maybe he'll be content if he has her for company.
I right click again. Something exorcism. We need to search evidence room. And for you, yeah, she cannot use magic, she's not real. And for you, we need to perform an exorcism, apparently. Mrs. Darcy came to the event planning to take revenge on Miss Dean for the affair she had with her husband. While her venom has faded, her husband's ghost is accompanying her to go through with it. If I can resolve the haunting, then Mrs. Darcy would have no reason to harm Miss Dean. And we need to discuss exorcisms with... some people who are knowledgeable about ghosts. Okay. Let's go and stand in front of the bedroom. So next time we can continue directly from there, and I do not forget. We will deal with the exorcisms later. But in any case, thank you for watching, and have a good day. Goodbye.